Well, today we've been sent a couple of new mats from Avid. Now, we were recently out with Tom Forrester. I don't know why I'm pointing at Ian. We were out with Tom Forrester doing an in-session piece, and he was using the mat Ian has got here, and it looked a pretty good bit of kit. So we're going to detail about both of these mats in a little bit, but we thought what better way to test them than to try and catch a few fish. So, what do you reckon?
Well, I can't wait to get started. We're down at a fairly local day ticket lake to myself and Luke. Like Luke said, we've got these mats to try out, so let's try and get some fish in them for you guys.
Let's do it. Let's get the rods out.
Let's go.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better. Yeah, you better.
Okay, so I've just had a bite. First bite of the day. Unfortunately, this is the one that got away, and it has fallen off on the way getting it into the net. I'm going to get the rod back out, see if we can't get that carp we were talking about, get one in them Avid mats.
Yeah, you better.
So I've literally just put that rod back out after losing that fish, but luckily my right hand rod's away. Hopefully we'll be able to get this little one in the net for you. Okay, so there he is. Probably a scraper double, maybe 10, 11 pounds, something along those lines. Either way, I'm pretty happy on a day. Oh, that's a beep on one of my other rods. Fingers crossed that'll go off in a minute. Let's get this one back, and then we'll go through some of the finer details with the Avid mats. Okay, so as you guys saw, we popped that one back into the lake, and that was made extremely easy by the Avid Folda-Cradle range. These do come in a standard and an XL. For a 10, 11 pound fish like that, the standard is more than suitable. If you're going like abroad fishing and you're catching sort of 40, 50 pounders on a regular basis, maybe the XL one might be for you. As I was mentioning, extremely easy to get the fish back into the lake. Just literally unclip one end, fold the flap down, and then due to the extremely heavy duty material and all the padding that is inside of it, you can slide the fish back safely. No damage to the mat or the fish. These are going to last an extremely long time. One other thing that I will mention is the pegging points on this mat. Now, we've all fished on those blustery days, and the last thing you want to do is be that person that's chasing their mat down the bank. We've all done it, including me. This one's got a couple of pegging points around it, so you can secure it to the ground and make sure that doesn't happen. One other thing to mention, you probably have already seen, it's got 4 carry handles around the top of it. It makes it extremely easy to transport the fish. You can either hold it either end or side to side, whichever works for you. Just stops the fish rolling around as well, because once you pull those handles together, it creates almost like a sling type scenario, which is fantastic.
Well, Ian's passed the baton over to me, which is quite nice of him. But if I'm honest, my swim's gone a little bit quiet. So much so that the ducks have decided it's a nice quiet place for a rest. So we'll see what happens, but it might give me the chance to demonstrate the mat whilst it's nice and dry. Well, just sitting there having a coffee thinking I've really got to pull my finger out, and the middle rod absolutely melted off. So feels all right, but I don't think there's any real monsters in here. Even so, it's nice to get a bend in the rod, and that's a little solid bag that's gone. You can literally feel the wind cutting across and towing it around. There's a bit of a snag down to my left, so I don't want him to go too far around. But at the moment he's still out in the open. God, he's really trying to take me across to that snag, so I'm gonna have to give him a little bit of stick and turn him. So I really need to show a fish on the mat. Come on. Little pop up hanging out. Yeah. Result. Can actually do my work now. Well, that's the right result. It's nice to get off the mark. I can't have the new guy showing me up, can I? So the fish is just in front of me in the net. So I thought I'd take this chance to run through the Avid Revive Mat, which is the other one we've got with us today. Again, this is a standard size They do an extra large as well, so again, if you are planning more Euro trips or you are regularly fishing for bigger fish, then the extra large will be the one for you. But anything day ticket wise, even syndicates, fish up to £40, maybe even slightly bigger, will be absolutely fine in this. So I'd say for the majority, the standard mat will be fine. But if you are really targeting them specimen sort of size fish, then the extra large is going to be the one to go for. But I thought I'd run through this before getting the fish out, because it's just nice and clean and dry. It just makes everything easier, doesn't it? So on the front of this, you've got a nice little zip pocket. Now this can actually be used for putting scales and fish care, bits like that in it. So this is more targeted at the mobile angler than perhaps the long stay angler, like the one that Ian demonstrated. So it very much looks like a bit of a briefcase sort of style setup. You've got a shoulder strap which comes with it. You can take this off if you want to, but again, like I say, it's targeted for the mobile angler, so it's nice and easy, nice and padded for carrying them around. So we're just going to the front. You have a couple of poles. Now these just clip together like that, just like that. You've got a bit of movement, they're a bit flexible, so obviously they're not going to cause any damage to the fish, but I will show you once I've set this up exactly where they go. So if we unzip this, this is a bit that houses the base of the mat. So that's your padding. We'll get that there. Zip this back up. Don't particularly need to, but it just keeps everything tidier. And then unzip this side. And this is, well, this actually completely unzips. Made a right faff for this demonstration, haven't I? Completely unzips and then opens up to quite a good size mat actually. The padding then sits in place like so, and then these little rods slide in from either end to give it the structure. So this is really handy because obviously, like I say, it gives the mat a bit of structure. That just slides in there, and then another one for this side. So you don't have to, it's not like just a flat mat where you kind of have to compromise, and if you're on a bit of a slope then the fishes end up sliding everywhere if it's uneven ground. With this, like I say, everything is nice and secure. You've still got the sides, you've got the padded base, and like I say, if you're a mobile angler, you don't have to sacrifice anything, which is really nice. I'll just slide this one in. And then, like I say, that gives a structure there. You've got structure at the front, and you'll probably see at the front here, you've got mesh, and you've got mesh here as well. So it's really easy. All the water just drains away, so you're not left with a big puddle of water. The thing I like about this over kind of conventional cradles is it actually dips down. So you don't feel like you've got to lift the fish up higher for a photo, which I find a lot of cradles are a little bit, you know, it doesn't make the process easy, it doesn't make it comfortable. But where this drops down, you've still got enough protection for the fish front and back, but it just makes it easier and a lot more comfortable to hold the fish up. So that is an overview of it. Obviously it's made with nice high quality product, high quality materials. It really is a nice product. You've got carry handles either side here as well. And like I say, it's nice and easy to pack back down. So that's the Revive standard mat. Like I say, they do an extra large as well, which is obviously that bit bigger again. But I think it's probably time to get the fish out, isn't it? Let's have a look. So there we go, lovely little common on that on the solid bag. And like I said earlier, that you can see how much easier it is than a traditional cradle with the lower sides. Just makes holding the fish up nice and or a lot more comfortable. You haven't got to hold it up at awkward angles or hold it higher than feels natural. So yeah, really rating this mat actually. But let's get this one back, and hopefully we can have a couple more during this session. But the cold wind isn't helping our cause, I don't think. But even so, we've got one each. So lovely, not a bad day. Well, usually when we've set it up like this with a couple of mats and a couple of cameras, it'll be because we've had a couple of fish. But unfortunately, that's not the case today because it's been pretty quiet on the whole, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a struggle, but we both managed to get a fish and give the mats a bit of a test, so I'm pretty happy about that. How about you? Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's really good to actually use them, because a lot of products we get sent through, we barely have any time with them, and it's very much a case of just outlining the features, which I know we've done today, but we have actually got to put them to good use. And yeah, can't fault them. Really good mats, both of them, both for potentially different sort of applications. Like I say, mine's more for the mobile angler because it packs right down, but like I say, you still got all the kind of support of a conventional cradle, but yours is obviously a bit more for the long stay angler, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I like this one so much that I think it might even come home with me if they'll let me have it. So
I think for me, the thing that really stands out with that is how you release the fish. With that buckle, it just makes it so easy, doesn't it? You can just slip it back.
100%.
And obviously you've got loads of protection, and it packs down nice and small. So if you want any more information, like I say, this is the Avid Revive Mat, and yours is?
This is the Avid Folda-Cradle.
Yep, so search it up on the internet, you can find loads of information about it, and obviously there's loads on the Avid website as well. But for now, do you want to do the little subscribe bit?
Yeah. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up for this video, and make sure you click that bell notification icon. That way you won't miss any of the latest content and the latest products from guys like Avid.
He's so polite, isn't he? Thanks for watching, we'll see you again soon.